Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you can hear my voice, you are now tuned into another episode of Jess Finesse Presents. Come on. I decided to do something different with my intro. That didn't feel right though. It felt too much energy and it's very chill vibes because the king of vibes.
No, the energy is great. Do you know why?
Why?
Because like we balance off. If I'm like too chill, you have like the energy. So
you are always. I've never seen you not.
You haven't seen me unruly.
Never actually.
Yeah, I'm mostly chill.
Okay.
Once.
Twice.
When six is more than half a dozen. One or two things used to happen.
Come on, baby. If you can hear my voice, you are hearing the voice of Jess, popularly known as Jess Finesse. And if you're just tuning in, if this is your first time listening, you are listening to Jess Finesse Presents. Every week, we bring in special guests who are special in their own very special way. And today is no different because not only is this guest special, this guest is a pioneer. And we love pioneers. It's the pioneering for me. It's the uncharted territory for me. It's the making of a movement that's popping for me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than Ajebutter22. I need everybody to raise their one hand. Raise the other hand. Boss, tell us to put our hands down.
Keep it there.
What is our recording this show?
Bring your hands down.
Ajebutter was popping.
You guys are mad.
No. When credit is due, like you gotta help. So all that toilet baba, all that stuff, like it's on you right now. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I hope we're not taking you away from any like money making venture, any studio session.
Nah, so long as you know I've agreed to be here, there's no other place I'd rather be. So, you know,
my heart is like going like so sweet.
That's actually cute.
So sweet. Okay, so you are in the studio of Jess Finesse Presents.
Yeah.
Really simple. I ask a bunch of questions, we talk, we gist, but we do it over a very special meal. This meal is not beans. It goes good with beans, but at the same time, it's not beans. Okay,
I can see already.
Baby, yeah. This is my handwork. This is my handwork. But yeah, we smoke Gary on this podcast, and the reason why I call this smoke, right? Because I guess I didn't realize that like it's weird that I'm calling it smoke until I started coming on this podcast and be like, yeah, we're about to smoke Gary, and people would be like, are you literally talking about we about to roll this thing up and like stuff? You didn't go to boarding school?
No, I didn't.
So you were like a day student?
Yeah.
So you didn't suffer the suffer that we suffered?
Bro, because I was this day, I don't mean I didn't suffer. My school was deep, but...
You know what? That's actually valid. I feel like it's very dismissive to say that, just because you were a day student and you got to leave the dungeon of school at 3 p.m. while the rest of us had to go back to prison cells and go and do siesta, and you went back to your mother's house and ate your mother's food, that you didn't suffer. But
like, for me, it always sounds like bare adventures and vibes, especially because like, people like used to play football like later in the day and like they're always with their friends. Like I'm an only boy. Like I have sisters. So like imagine a place where it's you and your homies and you're playing ball and so it just sounded like a mad time to me. It didn't sound like suffering in my head.
Baby, that was not my reality.
Yeah. Exactly. So like, different strokes.
Where'd you go to boarding school? Where'd you go to secondary school?
I went to ISL. So that's like the secondary school for in Unilag, yeah.
So, Ajebutter, I'm about to ask you a very important question.
Yeah, no.
This question can make or break a lot of things. Right? It's a very important question.
You got not let it break.
Very simple answer. It's either one or the other. It's a yes, no, true, false. It's option A, option B.
Boom.
White or yellow?
Yellow.
Guess what? Guess the reason why I asked you.
Oh, sorry, white.
Nah, you're going to drink yellow today.
No.
You're drinking yellow today.
Oh, no, you guys shot.
I'm going to give him one shot.
Oh, man, please now.
No, wait, should I make him drink yellow since he chose yellow?
Please now, guys. I'm begging.
Is yellow that bad? Wait, see how you're begging. Is yellow that nasty?
Have you had it before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Pioneer.
This is not on the podcast. It's not the time for me to try yellow Gary, okay? I'm a Yoruba boy from Lagos.
Wow.
God damn it.
Wow. Just look how this boy's begging as if it's punishment. I would gladly take the yellow off you. Damn.
Oh, okay, cool.
I only drink yellow, Gary, so let's swap it right now.
Why did you even put it on this side? If that's what you
It's a conversation starter. That's why.
Boom.
I actually feel slighted
because
I actually forgot about the Gary. I was like,
almost every single person they don't gauge why I'm asking them white or yellow. I say it without context.
if you're asking somebody white or yellow, it's probably a trap. You probably think everybody say white. Now it's yellow. I didn't know I was running myself streets.
Really big street, but it's fine. You back to home base. I'm gonna give you your white today. Okay, so like I said, we drink Gary in this podcast. Gary is a very important, to me, it's an important meal because it cuts across socioeconomic classes. Like, it don't matter if you in a Benz. It don't matter if you using your Legetti's Benz and be walking. Anybody can drink Gary. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But you drink it with your people. Like, the same way they, like, roll up and be like, oh, I don't know if people be like, do I only roll up with my guys or can you just roll up with random people? I don't know. But yeah, so I feel like I would smoke Gary with my guy. Like, I can't just be like with a random person and be like, yeah, you want to smoke Gary? Like, no, I smoke with special people. And you know, before you know, you talking over food. Before you know, you're opening up about different conversation, different topics. So it's kind of like an icebreaker, and it's supposed to like show like relatability between myself and my guests. So that's how we smoke Gary on the podcast.
I hear you.
Now, I'm gonna ask you another question. This one you can provide. I'll provide you context, and you can. It's not just yes or no, so it's not going to be a trap. Okay, it's not going to be a one chance situation. What do you use to supplement your Gary?
Granules.
What else?
Sugar, maybe a little bit.
You don't spice it up with some milk or chocolate powder?
No.
Why not?
Just sounds very strange to me.
So
I've never done that before. So,
and you don't feel like being adventurous today. I've given you your white. The least you can do is give me a condiment.
Okay, so on a normal day, like chocolate powder is not me at all.
Okay, facts. I give you that because that's not a popular choice.
Yeah, and milk is like a stretch. Like I'm not really like a milk person. I don't really.
Is it because you're lactose intolerant or you just don't like milk?
I feel like even when I was younger, right, I used to have cereal a lot, and then I just like stopped. Okay. Like, I don't know.
For no reason. Like, you're like, I'm tired of this trash.
Exactly.
I'm done. I'm a grown man now.
So I feel like I'm lactose intolerant now, but I feel like because I used to have so much milk before, my system was like fighting it. But then when I now stop for a long time, and then now coming back in once, it's like,
So 0 dairy, no cheese, no
very,
ice cream.
Very little cheese, very little ice cream.
Do you eat candy?
Not really, no. Like, yeah, I do, but like.
What's your favorite candy?
Maltesers. That's chocolate, actually.
That's what is it because you're from the UK? Not UK, but is it because of your stint living and going to... Yeah.
I don't know. It's just what...
Did you like Maltesers before you went to university in Leeds?
Yeah.
Is Maltesers a popular candy in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Like, even like from time?
Yeah, it's always been popular.
Okay.
Well, not like... Not on streets like that, but, you know.
Okay.
Maltesers do now. Maltesers get mouths.
They do, but I think I found out about them first in the UK.
Oh, for real?
And then when I now came to I'm like, oh, this is like UK candy.
Oh, maybe
they eat it out here.
States, but...
Stop. Why are you playing me? I just did the 2 years in. Like, relax. Okay, so without further ado, let's prepare our Gary. Yours is going to be really simple. Just 2 things. But mine is a process. I want to watch you work.
Go for it. I want to see. Okay, I want to see your process.
Make your magic.
You get the bowl. Hi, my name is Jess, and you are now watching my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to learn how to prepare yellow Gary. So we open our container. We shake it for freshness. We don't shake it for freshness. I'm just being extra. Stop. Okay. Because if you leave me, I'll just make Gary cake here. Okay. You can't go wrong without milk. Wow. Ajebutter, can you do me the honor of passing me a spoon?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, my G. Now, I love milk. No, not love milk, but I can't drink Gary without milk. So 1 big old scoop. Boop. No, let me give myself half scoop. Boop. Good old sugar. Have you drank Gary with salt before?
No.
Do you know anyone that drinks Gary with salt?
No, that doesn't even sound reasonable.
Apparently, there's people that do it, and those people. No offense, but I think they like suffering. Because I can't imagine somebody drinking Gary, especially that white trash.
Oh wow!
And they're putting salt inside. That's not racist. Because I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about a food.
Right.
And then I do lukewarm water. Do you do lukewarm or cold?
Cold.
Like, so you can put ice in your Gary.
I've never tried it, but I'll try it today.
So why do you don't want to try milk? You don't want to try...
I'm trying here, okay. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try ice. Or should I not try the ice?
No, try the ice. Be adventurous for a little bit. We call it Quilox ice.
This is like a huge one.
Exactly.
Look at that. What's going on here?
It's club ice. But if you saw that ice in the club, like, I would be like, this ice is really pretty. Like,
but this wouldn't fit into most classes. Like those.
Oh yeah, them little.
No, they wouldn't.
You're right. And then we start. We soak.
I actually feel like Jess is the only person I know that prefers drinking Gary with like lukewarm water than cold water.
Yeah, man. Cold water is like,
It's not possible. Nope. Not in my mouth.
This is more like cereal.
We had this argument that Gary be considered cereal, and I said no.
No, your own.
I Googled it, and Gary is actually cereal.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, it makes sense. Just trying to package us.
Give us lamba.
Don't mind that. Don't give us lamba.
So, Ajebutter, as my Gary soaks, you can just put your little...
What do you mean? So
you can prepare yours.
Wait for it to soak.
I need to check the level.
Thing that people do? I don't know about this. Exactly. Why are you guys making me feel like I don't know what going on? Mate, the way you are doing your own.
Okay, you know what I think? You know what I think it is? You have to be really creative with... Okay, hold on. Let me give my context, my own personal experience, my own scope. So in boarding school, right? In order to survive, you got to get creative with food. All right.
I'm guessing.
So we had to do different combinations. We had to do different, like, this is a science now. Like, I mastered the level of soak you gotta soak it, how many scoops of milk you gotta put inside, so that when I eat it with my beans in for breakfast, like, it sustains me and holds me throughout the school day.
Wow.
So like, this is serious business, fam.
I can see.
Meanwhile,
I don't have to do.
Just look at how sad.
Your own just looks.
No, mine looks interesting.
Right. But can I have sugar, please?
Yes, sir, you can.
Why are you watching me? Let's continue.
Because you watch me. No, because you watch me.
No, but I'm not a professional. I'm like level 0.
Okay, you know what? As you are putting your sugar and your granite, I'm a pick up the first fan. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Ajebutter22.
Ma.
How do you build your friendship circle?
How do I build my friendship circle?
Yes. Does this question need context?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it needs context. Yes, okay. Tell me. Because I don't deliberately build my...
Basically, this question came up because of a tweet.
Because of a tweet?
Yeah. I have this friend who sends me money regularly, minimum 2M. Last time, I asked him to teach me how to make money. He laughed it off and sent me more money. He sent me more money. Okay. Yeah, he sent me 7 million before, and it's just my friend. Should I keep asking or just leave him?
Sorry, say again?
Sorry?
I didn't hear the last part. Send me 7 million as just a friend.
He has sent me 7 million before, and he's just my friend. Should I keep asking or should I leave him? Then someone now responded and said, where do you see this kind of friend? She now said, I'm 37, darling. I don't know if you know what I mean. So basically, she's saying she has built her friendship level to a point where all people that she knows are like rich, like important people. Like she has gauged them like, oh, this one, when it's like older, chances are he would be able to, you know. So it brings me to the topic that Jess is always talking about, how like people, especially in Lagos, people make friends based off of like
very superficial
reasons. Like but they're trying to get something from you. That's why they're being friends with you, that kind of thing. So what's your like take on it? Like what's your how was making friends for you before you became popular? Like before you became Ajebutter22? I remember when you were just an Ajebutter in ISM.
Okay. I don't have any deliberate way of making friends. My friends are just, we're here, we're about, or we have similar interests. And I become friends. Even if I meet someone now, or I meet people, if we don't have a lot of similar interests, chances are we'll not be talking regularly. Things are not really popping off, and then we probably won't be friends. That's as simple as it is for me.
In like a friendship that is mostly like future purpose, in the sense that, okay,
future.
Yeah, this person might be useful to me in the future, or
my what?
Might be useful to me in the future, or this person can help me in the future, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. Like a lot of my friends, like I'll say, all my close friends, we've helped each other in one way or the other. And for guys, one thing you notice about guys is that if they're not making money together or they're not
living together,
they're not making money together, they're not really going to be friends like that, because most guys I know don't just have something must be bringing them together. There must be something that they're actually talking, even if it's that they support the same club, football club, or they do the same job or something. That's what will bring them together. I don't really know, or maybe they grew up together. A lot of guys are not just random friends that don't have anything in common. Even if they always go to the same club and that's what they have in common. That is it. But most guys that I know don't just, like what you be talking about. I don't know, like what will your conversations be about? Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so I want to ask you the question that just as I asked.
Go on.
You said, like, do you think it's wrong that someone is trying to be friends with this person based off of what they can possibly get from them in the future? Like, is that a bad concept, or like, what are your thoughts about it?
You know, first of all, let's go to the idea of something being good or something being bad.
Hey,
I'm serious.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm serious, because you say that, maybe the person, the initial thoughts might be, the person wanting that person to do something for them or being friends because of that is them being bad. But then if it was a business setting, you call it networking, right? And you say, okay, this person can give me a job in networking. You're taught to network to get job, to career fairs or whatever, network, mentors and stuff. You get, what are you doing for your mentor? Nothing, but your mentor is giving you information. It might not even be money. And you're making friends with the person because of what you can get from them. So the idea of good or bad, I don't know. But, you know, everything has give and take value. So if I'm friends with you, friendship is two ways, right? If I'm friends with you because of what I can get from you, if there's nothing that's going the other way, then that friendship will most likely not work. So there'll probably always be something on the other side as well. That if they don't just like enjoy each other's company. And even if it's company that the person is enjoying from the other person, it's still okay. They're gaining that. Do you get? If a random person has nothing, no conversation, nothing to offer me, then I probably won't be friends with them. Me, naturally, I'm an awkward guy, like on the social P. Very awkward.
I'm trying to think if the times I met you, you were awkward. You were awkward.
I'm calm, like I'm to myself, or like, you know, hello, hi, once. But if I know you or you're my guys or people that I'm comfortable with, then cool. Even when I go for normal artist events, I'll go and sit down in my car. Me and one of my other artist friends that are very close, we'll go and sit down in the car and just chill. Then maybe chill for like 1 hour or 2 hours. Maybe when we know that I've done enough that we can go. I'll go inside and I'll greet everybody when I'll go. Even the idea of like saying hi to people, like how you should do it. I don't know.
Do you overcalculate?
I don't calculate at all. Then, when people now started saying, oh, you have to do it like this, and I started overcalculating. But now I think I have like a system.
Okay. But what's your system? I'm trying to know your system.
So now, like, if I go to, depends on like
the setting.
Yeah. But like, so if I go to stage, I go backstage. Before, I'll just wave. Maybe if I know like two people very well, I'll go and say hello to them, I'll go and sit down. What I've heard is that's rude. You're supposed to say hello to everybody.
You're proud. Have you?
You're supposed to say hello to everybody. But me, I'm shy because what if I go and say hello to you and I just like,
who are you, bro?
As in, you don't even answer me.
Facts.
Or some people ask you who you are. Or some people, they haven't seen in a long time. Some people might mistake you for another person. All those interactions, I beg, I'm not interested.
Do you know that's very real? And I feel like
that's just
is when I entered the industry, that's when all this overcalculation of like how you're supposed to do stuff in a way that is appealing to everyone and that you're on everyone's good side. Like I didn't know it was a science and like a method and how you're supposed to do this stuff. And everything you say is like, it's triggering me because I'm like, yeah, it is right. Like you do have to think about like, if I'm going to go up to this person, how will they perceive me going up to them? If I'm too happy, will they say I'm doing too much? If I'm not happy enough, will they say this? If I'm not, if I don't give you a hug versus a fist bump versus a chop elbow, it's like, bro, say hi and go sit down.
But then people that are like socially very intelligent, it comes second nature to them.
Right.
I'm not one of those people. It doesn't come second nature to me at all. I'm like, and again, I wear glasses. So, like before, I used to wear like sunglasses that were not recommended.
Okay.
Like when I go out. But now, you never see me wear anything on my eye that is not recommended. So if I didn't used to see too well, so is that one they call? I'm not sure. Hey God. might just do my day.
Facts.
You understand?
Facts.
Now you don't know, you're not sure who that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or sometimes you've met somebody before, but you can't remember. They will now wave, or they will now like maybe want to say hello to you, or want to talk to you, or you know that you met them before, but you're not even sure that person is in fact a fan or someone that you know, or someone that works in one place.
Facts.
And there's some people in the industry that they take that thing very P. Like maybe someone that works on like TV or something, and like you've done an interview with the person twice.
Mm-hmm.
You see the person in your mind, it doesn't register like where you know the person's face,
right? But
you're not even sure if the person is a fan, or if you've met the person, if the person that don't know is the artist manager,
right?
You should know that you always see this person once. If you no go greet now, problem.
One chance.
Or how you greet, problem.
Let me know.
Or if you don't reference the last place you saw the person or something, problem. So because of all those things, I just like to
do my day.
Exactly.
Without further ado, you have the floor to pick up the next fan.
Give me Lambert there.
Damn, which one is That's not Lambert. Damn.
No, don't worry, it's fine. So, do I ask myself this or ask you this?
Just really
okay, just ask it generously.
Alter, what is Alter? Who are the Alter musicians? How do you identify Alter fashion? Motiro.
Okay,
problem.
So we go.
Those are talking points.
While we're bone straight. Yeah, now.
Okay, so chill. I want to ask you this. Are you annoyed at this point, at this stage of your life, at this point in your career, if people ask you questions about this topic?
I roll my eyes a little bit.
Okay.
They're just like, here we go again. But yeah, I mean...
It's a life you chose.
Did I really?
Or maybe it chose you. I don't know, but something chose something.
Yeah, I mean...
This is always going to follow you
people want to know, like, I mean, if people want to know something, people want to talk about something, then there must be a reason. Yeah. I can't tell everybody in the whole world to stop talking about. It's just like when they say, "Oh, is this person hip hop or is this person not hip hop?"
Exactly.
Or like, is this person like, bro? Like people always have those conversations. I don't know why, but they do. But so I understand it.
I feel like the reason why we're even asking, is because in Nige, like if you do something, if you're making music, as long as it's not hip hop, like it's not pop, like Afro pop, it's Alte music. Like
as long as it's not hip hop or Afro pop,
everyone just calls it Alte music.
No. That's not true. High life.
Oh, okay. But if you're doing anything that's just genre bending, like if you're not sticking to what you usually know, they just call you Alte.
Which is not wrong, really. It's not so wrong. Because if you go to like, okay, so if I go to like where I started hearing Alte and where Alte came from, I remember like this was 2011 or 2012. Then Tease, then Budge. It's not only Hotel, they were like, they used to come up with slangs like every other week or every month.
Facts.
That was just funny or just interesting. There was Rockies, there was Tension, there was Off. They would say Budge off, Butter off, everything was off. There was Hotel, there was Mwamba. There's so many slangs. Give them. Like giving them this because when I moved to Nigeria, I used to tell them people are giving them. Say, what are you saying? Give them what? What is Rockies? What is Rocks? What is Tension? What are all these things? What is Alter? So all these words existed. They were just like slangs, and then Alter was just like someone just different. Someone just doing their own differently, how they want to do it. Like someone that just is just did their day, like they, lean like. That year now, like all this, like Erykah Badu, you see how she just stands out, just the way that she is. She's Alte. You get. That's it.
I bloody love this description of how you just explain this thing.
When you see, Outkast, they're rappers, they're making rap music. You just know, say this one's Alte. See Andre, where you see Big Boy, see the combination, everything, speaker box, Love Below, doing things their own way. That's Alte. A$AP Rocky, A$AP Crew, when they came out that year, it was even the same period as Alte or Tyler the Creator. When they are doing their music might be hip hop,
right?
Do you get or someone it might just be whatever it is about that person that just this one just stands out. It's just how like Asha. Thank you.
Can I clap for you?
Yeah, you can clap. No, clap for me. When Asha came out, that was very Alte. Because the sound of the music, how she looked compared to what was on ground, that was hotel. That's I don't know the direct definition of hotel of hotel.
I think you just said it.
And then I don't think it's not necessarily always tied to the music or the movement, like the way you just look, the way you just are. Do you get? Can just be hotel. Shout out to my guys, Waffles and Cream, Jomi and Co. That year. Bro, Jomi and Ifemi were very hotel. The way they dress was normal.
Facts.
But you just know that these ones are out there. Some people, can be when you enter their house, you just see one or two things. You just see.
Someone's out there.
This definition is so fire. So I don't understand where something got lost in translation that people were not happy that people were calling them.
No, because like it then became.
It now became stigmatized.
Trendy.
Really?
Yeah, it became,
I feel like it just became trendy recently though.
No. This is
talk
like
to me.
there have been different
variations, different generations.
Yeah, but then because the word alter is so it's like almost like a virus, the word itself. Because you can use it to describe anything. Like it's not like saying this is dark or this is bright, this is alter. That means it's different. So anything that comes up and is just like, slightly away from the norm, they just say, or anything that one person doesn't understand, they can just group it as alter, like you were saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So a parent, someone that is like 50 can see Odunsi, can see Fireboy, can see Zinoliski. Give me
Oxlade,
Omale, can see Ozone. You know Ozone, that was an aristocrat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just using just another person. Yeah. I say all of them are alter, but all of them are just young. They might all be alter. The statement those people might all be alter, but what that person is trying to say is that all these people are young. Or all these people are different from, I don't understand all these people.
Exactly.
So that's where it became stigmatized and turned and converted to a negative meaning.
Yeah, because as in, depending on who calls you out there is if you vex or not.
Touche. That's a valid point.
It's the person that calls you out there that will tell me whether it's an insult or not. Or that I don't like it or not, like a statement or not.
That's actually real because I never thought of it like that. Because it depends on who's calling you that. You know if they're calling you that as an insult or they're calling you that to embrace you and like big you up and stuff. That's crazy. And I love that it came from one of the horse's mouth. Lord. That alter is not just freaking music.
It's not.
I want to ask you, how do you feel about there being a playlist on DSPs called Alter Cruise or someone saying like, oh, alter music or calling alter music as if it's a genre? Because I don't agree when people do that.
As much as like it's like marketing speak, some of those playlists do be having music that I would consider as alter music or just music that is just different. You get, or like just not what you would see on a normal mainstream
platform,
Afrobeats platform or chart.
When's the first time you assumed the title of alter on your head?
Assumed it on my head.
Mm-hmm. Like you embodied it, like it entered your veins, like it was like injected. This guy's
like,
alter.
yes, this thing is here to like stay. I guess
I never.
You can't remember like the moment where like
they just don't even call me alter as much or asking me if I'm alter or not. As far as I can remember.
Since you started making music.
Yeah, because I started not since I started in fact, since I started dropping like jams, 9 singles. My first single was Siren. And it had dubstep in it. So like out the gate, they would just, and I was friends with all those Jabby boys, all of us. Even when we came to Nigeria, everything was just look at, before they even knew what was alter, that year, mainstream people didn't say alter. Just say these ones are somehow or different. They're just
leave them.
Just leave them. Thank you. Or they just had a way of categorizing us. Like the alter they hadn't started saying it alter then. I think people mainstream just started saying alter in 2015 or 2016 or something.
2015.
Yeah, like as in mainstream 17. Nigeria.
Wait, when you say they started saying the word or like embracing it, because that's
not embracing.
I feel like it's only very recent they've embraced it.
There's a big gap from when JRB guys start saying alter and when Nigerians start saying alter.
Okay, valid. Yeah. Now I want to ask a question. What was like back then? What do you have to do to get Serum and Omo Pastor to get big to blow up like it did? Like, were you had to pay the right people? You had the right marketing? Like, what were you doing? What was your own rollout at that time?
So, at this time, right, when people were releasing songs, they had to like put their songs on CD and take them to radio stations.
Okay.
And, you have to like put your song on a hard drive, your video on USB hard drive and take it to the TV station. One by one. Yeah, and you have to take your CD to Alaba for them to distribute it nationwide. That's the only way your song will get to the whole of Nigeria. Right. Because the guys in Alaba here will give it to the guys there and then they just like put your song on their mixtapes and share it. Facts. Now, I wasn't in Nigeria. 1, 2, I didn't know how these things were done and I had no industry friends. Like, all the people I knew in the industry were like after I came out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have like one Egbon or anybody that even did. Like, I wasn't in Nigeria. I didn't really know much about what was going on here. Do you get? But I had to get the music out somehow. So, at this time, this was like the first generation of people using links to even distribute because social media, Twitter was just coming up then. There was very little Instagram, but it was mainly Twitter. Right. So we used to like tell people to, RT our songs and share our songs and download our songs and like share links and stuff like that. But then if you did that, they'll call you a Twitter artist. So they used to be like, Twitter artist was not a good thing. Sharing your song on Twitter meant that you had not made it. Do you get? So, but for us, that's what we knew. So that's what we used to do. And then we'll email our songs. Now, the power of that is that it disrupts you having to physically go to... If you're physically distributing CDs, you can only go to as many places as you can, right? But if you're sending it online and DM people, you can send to as many places. So my song will pick up in Nigeria. It's to pick up in Canada. It will pick up in the US because I have friends in uni, in schools that play the songs and then it will trend. When it trends like this, the people on ground are like, who is this trendy? How can this person be trendy? And they bypassed us, didn't go and, do the little they're now curious as to what's going on. Yeah. And then obviously we then emailed it to like radio stations and everything. And if many people are talking about this song or this person online and you have it in a radio station and it's a topic of conversation, then it's going to start popping. And then there were also like, some tastemakers or some people that were on radio. Like my sister works at Cool FM, but she was new. Do you know what I mean? So she was like very young at the time. People like Tools and Gbemi on Beat FM were just coming out and just starting. They didn't want to be doing things the way that things were done. They just wanted to do. So people would come and ask me, how much have I paid Beat FM? How much have I paid Gbemi and Tools? I'm like, I've never even met these people, but I've messaged them. They like my stuff. It's like a hello, hi kind of situation. But like, they used to use like, I think Sarah for like the music that they used to talk over, voice over on Beat FM on the midday show. So like they used to play my songs back to back on radio stations. And then people were wondering, how much did I give these people and stuff? I'm like, I just did it like this. I just emailed them, blah, blah, blah. Maybe my sister will call one person that she knows. Me, I'll call another person. My manager will call somebody. Last email, sending it like that. And that's how we got the music. So even our way of distributing music at the time was different from how it was done. But this because we didn't have it. We didn't know any other way. So you didn't have to like wear nobody hand. You didn't have to pay nobody. No. So how do you feel now as an artist in 2022 where in Nigeria, baby, I'm not answering you if you don't bring no bread to my table. No, but you know something else, yeah. If you're a new artist in Nigeria, I believe if your music sticks out, everybody wants to play what's good and what's hot. They will always play you for free first. If you are good and other people are playing it. Because they don't want to be the guys that are not playing the popular thing. Are you sure? Because that's Do you not think the guy that did the, what's the name of that? Amen, what's the name of that song? Amen. You want Bamba, you want Chudi. Do you think that guy paid? That's a very rare example. That's what I'm saying, but like, I just gave it an example, but like, that's how things start. Nobody wants to be left behind. No radio, no TV person wants to be left behind. So if your stuff is popping online, they will play it. Even if you don't give them any money, they will play it by force, by fire, because they know they don't have a choice. But when your next single drops, or when your third or fourth, they must collect money from you. Because they don't see you, don't they perform show, you don't go read them unplugged. Yeah. Drop a one unplugged. Normally. But initially, I feel like people would Maybe it's just me that always sees the good in people. But I know that people will always they want to be playing what's popping. They want to be in on it.
Without further ado, can you pick up the last fan, my good man?
The last fan.
Dun, 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 dun.
Being a pioneer of Alte, what do you love about it?
That is the best way to end this
podcast. You're killing me.
Baby.
But you're actually a pioneer.
Don't come and downplay anything. Yeah. Just talk normal. I want you to talk about how does it feel to be a pioneer of a movement that has now become widespread in this nation.
I'm growing. I can die happy. Yeah. I mean, like, no, for like the kind of person I am, that's why I say I'm a curious person, because I like to try things. I like to, do things that, or get involved in things that, start, like beginning. Like, I like early stage companies. I like things that are fresh and new. It's just the kind of person I am. So, in music, what I really wanted to achieve was to be part of something that was, because I was kind of frustrated with the way Nigerian music was at the time when we were coming out, because it just felt like you had to be like this super pop.
Of course. Or
you're never going to make it really. Right. So I was like, you know what? Let's, see how far we can go with this.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
They're going very, very far.
I'm grateful. And it's not, I couldn't be super pop because I just even don't know how. So, yeah.
Somebody wants to make a joint EP with you. What do they got to do? How do they wow you?
To make a joint EP with me?
Syllables are not fouls or, bars. So what do you have to do?
A joint EP with me would be more about being my guy, my friend, than me just wanting to make it. Yeah.
So we have to befriend you first.
Yeah, I think we have
to toast you first.
Take you out to dinner.
We have to be in the same, like, so we just have to connect, often.
Like, can I ask you a question? If you could, I'm asking both of you. If you could pick two people to make a joint EP now, who would you pick?
The person I pick, I don't think they'll pick me.
No, like people
two artists to make a joint.
Like me and the person, or okay, I was about to say. Okay. Can I cheat? I'm going to just give you an artist. You tell me who it should be, because I don't know how to do this. Who's the artist? Who should do a joint EP with Kiss Daniel?
Ooh, I think Omale, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because they both have no bad songs. So, like, what would come out of that to be fire?
What would you say, 22? If I was making a fantasy team and Kiss Daniel was my one half of my EP, who should be?
Who would be I too?
I don't know if I would say Omale.
Because Daniel, I'll say maybe Ricardo. I don't know.
Is there a reason why?
I actually see that more than an Omale one. Yeah. Give me a left of center person. Give me a new gen person.
To work with because Daniel?
Yes.
Someone actually just came to my mind.
Who?
Magic's.
Yeah, maybe like someone.
You thought that too?
I don't know, maybe like Jimmy Abdul's. Do you know Jimmy Abdul's?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Jimmy Abdul's. I think Jimmy Abdul's will make good music.
I'm going to take all these people and I'm going to go back and listen to their song and see if I can see it in my head.
Okay, how about you? Where are two people?
Like that should make a joint project?
Yeah. They don't have to be guys.
Thames and Banner.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, that could bang, baby.
Oh my God.
Look at you being an A&R.
I didn't even think about that.
What? You guys are like, yeah, that's good. I think they've made a song together.
No, I can hear it in my head already.
No, but I think that would definitely be a hard project.
I can and they would be able to flow on things like Tem. I can see Burner on a verse, Thames on a hook. I can see vice versa. I can see that actually.
Wow.
If y'all hear this, if y'all managers hear this,
do something about it.
Make it happen, Captain. But yeah, we've come to the end of the podcast. Oh no, we have not. Okay, go ahead.
What's the one thing that you really want in the LT community now that's not present?
Hits. Plenty hits.
But like, is that a them? Is that a them thing or like a consumer thing that would make that?
I don't know.
We're just one number one thing.
There's that connect.
See, are you saying that they have not made hits yet? or that you want their music to get big enough that they become hits?
More hits. Everybody should have hits at the same time out. And I think if you ask any artist what they want, now hits.
Wait,
they just bring hits.
22, hold on. You're not answering my question. Are you saying that as it is right now, that they don't have hits, like they need to come harder on their music? Or are you saying that you want to see it get to a point where their music is accepted enough that it is now being considered a hit? Which one are you saying? Because that's two different things.
I don't even know if I'm saying. I'm just saying I want more hits. So is there anything that I want for the scene? More hits.
You're not answering my question. You know he's trying to do. You said he's trying to deflect what I'm asking.
No, I'm just praying for more hits for everybody, for people in the hotel scene. Because that's what you asked me. What do I want? More hits, more deals, more money.
Playlist. Number 1 to 10. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
that's
then I guess I know where that lies in the question I asked. That's fine. It's fine. More hits, guys. No, you said something so beautifully media trained and correct.
Wow.
And awesome.